and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me.
Hey.
Hey! So, we're here to talk about some movies, music, whatever else crosses our mind. But here is also the home of the most unbiased, genuine thoughts. We're not going to do anything just to say it, just to make money off of it, because we don't make a lot of money off this. In fact, we don't make anything. We just give our opinions. And our opinions are free and unsolicited, but they're not hateful ones. That is the important thing.
Yes.
But also, while you're here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Bobby Quarters, the podcast channel, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Chaos's channel while you're at it. So thank you for watching, and do enjoy.
I've come to awaken you.
To show you
Show me what?
what you are. Shall we begin?
This could be the end of Spider-Man.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh, yeah? No way, that's crazy.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. Oh, we're both here. Let's bring Bobby on.
Hey.
Bobby.
Hello.
Hey, Tail Beastie. I'm not familiar with your name. Tall Beastie? Is it Tail? I think it's Tall Beastie now.
I think it's Tall Bestie, actually.
Tall
There's
Bestie.
no way.
Well, I can pronounce words. But thank you for coming on board. I don't recognize your name, but it's always good to see new names. And Chris, of course, yes.
Hey, Chaos. What is it you went to school for again?
Electromechanical engineering.
Oh, that's at least it's not something like journalism.
Yeah. I wanted to study journalism, but I definitely wouldn't have done well in spell checking class.
No.
Give me an hour. I'll figure it out. Okay.
That's right, Chris. Bobby on camera. That's right. I had plenty of time to set up today.
It's madness. Well, one gets set up because what I think is nice is that usually we talk about like popular superhero stuff, and we're not talking about any of that this week.
Yeah, no, not at all.
What? Well, I don't think Batman and Spider-Man are popular, Ashlene.
No, they are not.
they're obscure superheroes.
They're like they're hardly even D tier.
Yeah, it's not like they're the two most popular superheroes ever.
They certainly don't handle small potatoes.
Yes, but yes, we will be talking about season 2 of Cape Crusader from Amazon. We'll be talking about Spider-Man 3 and the memes.
AKA the Bully Maguire rises.
Yes, Bully Maguire rises. Oh god, that'd be an amazing title.
That's what I refer to it as.
And then we also got is there another Spider-Man movie? That might be it.
No, we only watched Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like there's a newer Spider-Man movie to talk about. I guess we could talk about Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
The first Spider-Man 4. We haven't had a Spider-Man 4 yet. Although we have had numerous Spider-Man movies.
You know, one could argue that for the old 90s animated series, since so many of those were like part 1 of 7, you could argue that if you were to put all of those together, it would equal about a feature length.
Sure.
So in that case, there has been a Spider-Man 4.
In that case, let me go ahead and amend it. This is the first theatrically released Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, but I mean, but I'm technically, yes.
If you're gonna get technical, fine.
I mean, we don't know about all the other Spider-Man, like Indonesian Spider-Man.
True. Well,
for all we know, they could be on their 24th installment.
Hey, Batman fan, good to see you again. I will actually say I've dove into Spider-Man books recently. There's plenty of good comic books being published. Peter Parker's Spider-Man has yet to really grab me recently. Miles Morales has some decent storylines going on, but Peter Parker's stuff has been kind of underwhelming. But we will get to it. We're not talking about One More Day. We're talking about Brand New Day. Completely different storyline, but sure.
We're not going to talk about that absolute banger of an 80s track.
Yeah, and we're not talking about Spider-Man Lotus either.
No.
Before we get completely derailed, do we want to talk a little bit about Cape Crusader Season 2?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, so this is a kind of the Bruce Timm style animation of the if you don't know Cape Crusader.
And storytelling as well.
Yeah, Bruce Timm style animation for Batman kind of being resurrected, except it's a completely new universe. That was something I wasn't sure when we dove into season 1, because I was like, is this going to be a continuation of the animated series, or is this completely its own thing? It's absolutely its own thing.
It's absolutely its own thing.
It's actually much darker, and I would say more adult than a lot of the original animated stuff. It's definitely not meant for a too young audience.
Yeah, the first bit of blood and F-bomb, I was like, oh, it's that kind of show. All right.
And it also it takes some wild swings with the Batman mythology, which I kind of
respect.
And I respect. Like, even though I for the most part, the change they make, I don't know if I really necessarily dig, but I respect that they're going for the curveball, you know. Do we want to start breaking stuff down? Do you guys want to add thoughts on this?
You could just do a popcorn style episode by episode.
Well, I mean, the first episode is kind of about establishing Rupert Thorne being in prison and his kind of adventure to getting out, which does happen, but then he gets
fucked.
He almost instantly gets some sort of laughing tirade, and then
there was a few I'd say there was definitely some episodes in here that I absolutely loved. And would argue is probably there's one in particular that I feel like, and this is just my own opinion, it is the best representation of the character in quite a while. Not so much look. It's the Scarecrow episode.
Oh yeah,
and I felt like that was the best representation of the continuing that story, or even just and another example of them kind of playing with lore, but I'm okay with it because this is cool, and it's not quite Scarecrow, but it it did Scarecrow better than they had in some of the animated series.
I'm trying to remember which one is it. Is it? I don't think. No, Her Dark Reflection was one.
That was also
Poison Ivy-ish. Poison.
That one was also really good too.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that one. No, there was this middle batch here that I really enjoyed. It must be 0 Hour where it was kind of Scarecrow do.
I think so, but yeah, like how it was oh god, what is it? The Plague Doctor.
Yeah.
Mask, and that was like the nice touch. But I mean, I think the best representation that they've ever shown was the latter animated series, because in that he kind of looked like a really messed up and scary Scarecrow with like a hook hanging that he would carry. And also he looks really terrifying in the Arkham games.
That's the thing. I don't think this is as good as the original animated series. It doesn't quite compete. But again, I respect it for going for something.
Well,
yeah,
I'm only comparing it and just look, because that later years of Scarecrow and that they made him actually very terrifying, and that's the original run of that later run. This I still liked, but I think the story was a better representation of him.
Well, I mean, our character that they I mean, I guess all the characters, but like I think Harley Quinn here is kind of interesting as well.
Yes.
Like I'm not a huge fan of the look, but like what they've done with the character is very kind of interesting. A Jokerless Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I don't really care for the look either.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like that one Doctor Who episode with the Victorian wind-up dolls. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Probably, but it's not ringing a bell.
Yeah, they just it's I know it's supposed to be off-putting, and it is, and it's just this just doesn't look right. Yeah.
I mean, there's also like the middle one we're talking. I think probably potentially my favorite batch of episodes was like 6 through 8 here.
Yeah,
because the middle one, like you have Her Dark Reflection, where you see this flower shop, father and daughter. They run this flower shop. Edward Nygma, who's the crime boss after Rupert Thorne, shoots it up. The dad dies. The daughter decides to go out and get revenge and is Poison Ivy-ish. I don't know if that's supposed to be their version of Poison Ivy or just kind of a knockoff or what, but it's interesting what they do with it.
Definitely a representation.
Yes,
but it's not. It's
not quite Poison Ivy, but it is kind of. I don't know.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
Like.
But I don't know. It's a cool episode, though. I like what they do with the character, whoever she is. But yes. But yeah, throughout the whole season, it's just kind of all these standalone stories kind of obviously building towards a mysterious hatted figure who is poisoning people and causing them to laugh themselves to death. I wonder who it could be. I don't know.
I mean, we knew they were going to do it eventually.
Oh yeah,
it's like they had to rip. It's like you gotta rip that Band-Aid off eventually. And the way that they did it for this was really good.
Yeah, no, I kind of like how they handle Joker here. Is he like my favorite Joker? No, but like they go for something very unique with this Joker that I do like. I'm
kind of here for it too. Also, you gotta give some praise to the voice actor too.
Yeah, he is doing something completely unique with the Joker. He is a much more solemn and kind of deliberate Joker than we're used to. And he's not trying for like a Mark Hamill or a Heath Ledger or anything like that. He is completely doing his own thing with the Joker. I appreciate that because like Mark Hamill and Heath Ledger left such a mark on that character. Also, shout out to Hamish Linklater for having to do Batman after following up Kevin Conroy.
Matthew Needham. Matthew Needham is the voice of the Joker.
Okay. Yeah. No, I thought he was solid. Yeah.
You know what else he's in?
No.
He's in House of the Dragon. He's escorting the king who got his face all messed up right now.
Oh, that dude! Holy shit!
No, I looked it up because I wanted to see who. I was like, who is doing this? Because this is just like maniacally evil. I'm loving this. No, then I look and saw it, and I was like, oh, it's the new Littlefinger in the new show. Well, then yes, damn, this guy. All right. Yes.
I mean, I also, spoiler, I kind of love how Batman beats him and trips him up just by laughing.
Yeah.
That was a fun little twist.
There were a few really I enjoyed very much, like the play on the lore a bit, where there was the not really Solomon Grundy, but
yeah, this guy,
that was totally Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, no, I was watching. I was like, oh, so is this going to be Solomon Grundy? And it's not.
And then but it really looks like him. He's
kind of like Poison Ivy. It's like
kind of watching it like he's kind of kicking Batman's ass like it is.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And this one's kind of good because there was a few times that Batman did get his ass kicked.
Yeah. No, he got poisoned. He got messed up. Alfred got messed up. I remember the end of the penultimate episode where Alfred gets the gas. I'm like, oh shit, is this series actually going to kill off Alfred? Because like they've killed off a lot of characters here, so it's like it's not outside the possibility they would do something like that. And I don't. But yeah. Is this like the best Batman ever? No, but like there's some cool episodes here, and I just even if I don't love the twists they make, I appreciate that they're doing them. You know,
I appreciated the Matches Malone episode. That one was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was kind of a fun one. Yeah,
that was a cool.
That's episode 3 where he becomes best friends with Batman. He's like, oh god damn it, Batman became my best friend. He did because he didn't know he was undercover. I even made the joke.
It's okay. He just pulled his punches when he hit him. You know.
I even watching. I made the joke. Hey, have you ever noticed the guy with the glasses and the weird mustache looks a lot like Bruce Wayne? No.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's like Bruce Wayne doing a really bad accent.
Yeah. No, that's not.
What would Bruce? Why would Bruce Wayne put a disguise on and talk in a terrible accent? You're crazy, man.
No, it doesn't make any sense. And go to prison.
He's a billionaire. He has better things to do than that.
I know somebody's saying, "Do you like this more than season 1?" I remember enjoying season 1. I don't know.
I remember feeling kind of just meh about season 1. Like, and I feel like I feel there's moments where it's kind of almost a nice throwback to that, but not quite nostalgia baiting so much. Just like it's just kind of almost there, but it's just missing something.
Yeah. It's not quite like what I'd consider like some classic.
It's not like it's called. It's not. And it's not like I'm saying that it's not complete without Paul Dini. But like Bruce Timm's doing a great job.
Yeah.
It feels like it's almost there.
Yeah, no, there's some great elements here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I appreciate them for fucking doing some of the stuff they do because they take liberties with this franchise, and thank God, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of sick of the really faithful interpretations. Take swings, guys. Yeah, I enjoy this. It's not perfect. It's not my favorite Batman. It's not my favorite Batman animated series. It's not my favorite Batman series, but it's kind of cool, and it's worth checking out, in my opinion. Ashley, you haven't said too much. What are your thoughts?
I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on this. I think that I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I have lots of thoughts later.
Okay, we'll get into it. Yeah.
I apologize.
It's all right.
Okay, but I do think that. Once again, I do like a lot of the ideas in this. I think that there's a lot of interesting stuff that they do. I will say I was kind of taken off guard by like the plot line with the Scarecrow. I wasn't expecting that we were going to have an episode where people just kind of get gassed at college.
Yeah, no, this series kills people. That's something the animated series didn't do.
I know that they kill people in this show. I watched the previous episodes. Yeah, I mean, I like the stuff with Thorne as well. I was into the Michael Needham's interpretation of the Joker. I basically just agree. And I'm not like, I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm not like super attached to it, I guess, if that makes sense.
I think that's a fair read because that's kind of where I'm at. Because it's like, I enjoyed watching this. Yeah, I'm not super attached to it, but you know what? It's I appreciate it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to see their take on other characters.
Yeah,
I'm curious if they're going to I know they won't play it safe with some of them if they're not.
Oh, no,
if they're taking this much of a swing with Joker, I'm kind of wanting to see how they'll develop the Two-Face story.
I mean, one criticism you can't levy at this series is that plays it safe, because it definitely doesn't play it safe, and I appreciate that. Holy crap! Don't play it safe. Go wild. But yeah, it's not the perfect series. I would probably argue that I don't know if this is recency bias, but I don't think it is. I think I probably prefer this a bit more than season 1. But yeah, I remember kind of feeling about the same way about both seasons, more or less. Where it's like, I appreciate the wild swings. I don't know if I love it, but I appreciate what they're going for. I appreciate just doing something fucking new. But yeah. To my understanding, I think it got a 3rd season renewal, but who knows? They might take it back like they did on fucking Wonder Man.
They might. Shit. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
did we even get a chance to discuss that one?
No, we haven't.
Oh, that's frustrating.
We haven't. It is frustrating. Mm-hmm. Well, like with this, like one of the episodes, how they kind of took some chances, but they still kind of tied it with the lore. Is we keep going to like the Thorn episode, but Rose / Thorn, but it is in a way them telling the One Bad Day storyline, because even he said it, and that's one thing that I really loved. I was like, oh, I kind of like this tale of it, because
the whole one bad day away from just being terrible. Yeah.
And that you see the wreath is like, oh, she's making that for the Waynes. Nope. She had a plan the whole time.
Yeah. She planned that out. Yeah.
I also enjoyed that interpretation of Edward Nygma.
Oh yeah, just the kind of the crime boss version.
Straight crime boss, no riddles. Just odd they called him the Riddler, but he never once said riddle me this.
No, he didn't. No.
What's that one riddle he did? He went like,
he did some it was
a
really
tomato
terrible.
Is a tomato until it's a gun or something
there was
like
something
that.
like that, and it was like, that was a terrible riddle.
That was awful, dude.
It's like, you need to get a new name. You don't deserve that.
Yeah, no. It was something wild like that. It's like, really? But yeah, I mean, it's a different interpretation. He's definitely more of a crime boss here.
I will say there were times that I had to double check the voice actor and make sure it wasn't Joe Pantoliano, but I also kept hearing Joe Pantoliano just say a lot of the dialogue he was saying. So that made the first bit of this series really enjoyable for me.
I mean, he's not as smart as normal, but like he's smart enough to be a crime boss.
He's
like,
mob boss smart.
But yeah. He's not like super intelligent though. Yeah.
Not quite how they made him over intelligent in Gotham.
Or even in fucking Batman Forever, where he built the intelligence machine and just absorbed everybody's intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't remember. That was originally supposed to be Robin Williams.
And just think if we would have gotten that, like him playing it like a 1 hour photo. Bad guy level.
That would have been so fucking good. Oh my god.
Yeah. I just think like, wow, think of that if he made that in his bad guy arc, and just was just maniacally evil.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that would have also required Tim Burton to actually write the story.
And it was also they obviously hired Jim Carrey because he was popular, and he might want him to do a shtick, so he did a shtick instead of the regular shtick. So yeah,
Jim Carrey was unsure, so they offered it to Robin to get Jim to sign, and that's what happened.
But yeah. But Batman Cape Crusader, decent show, worth checking out. Anything else you guys want to add?
Not really.
No.
Okay, our next topic up is Bully Maguire Rises.
Yes! Let's go.
Yes. Oh. The rise of the bully.
I'll just be serious for a brief moment. Like Spider-Man 3 is one of those movies that kind of drives me a bit insane, because like I feel like just watching it bounces between like actually genuinely good and hilariously bad, and like scene to scene it just bounces between those two modes. miraculously.
I noticed that too, and I couldn't help but wonder, do you think Sam intentionally?
I don't know. I know, and you
because
can
I
tell.
guess, and I know that he had a lot of studio meddling with this. They were like constantly over his shoulder.
He didn't want to do the black suit, and he didn't want to do Venom. And when you watch this movie, it shows.
He wanted to tell the story with Sandman and tell that and do that.
Yeah, and I feel like he definitely wanted to do something with Harry Osborn as well, because he was pretty big to the story as well, and he had some good moments. Although the memory loss thing sucked. And some of fucking James Franco's mugging was just kind of like, oh god.
But just don't worry, he won't be acting in anything you'll see anytime soon.
That's good. To my understanding, he's a creep. So yeah.
Yeah, that is my understanding as well.
But yeah, no, I mean, if you haven't seen Spider-Man 3, it is the story of Spider-Man getting the black goop on his suit and going evil and dancing.
Going emo and doing the whole
And you can tell when he's evil. It's when he has the hair in front of
he tousles his hair in front of him.
Yeah,
and make it just like
his dark eyeshadow as well.
Dark eyeshadow. Yes, frequently dances through the street.
He starts wearing like black in some scenes.
Yes. Yeah. I will say I do find Mary Jane a bit more understandable in this movie, because in the second one, as much as I absolutely adore the second movie, Mary Jane kind of drove me a bit nuts in that, where it's like she's like toying with him, and it's like, just move on or don't move on, but don't do this shit where it's like, I have a new boyfriend. Are you jealous of me and my new boyfriend? Fuck off. That I found that infuriating. She's just going through some rough patches in her career, and Peter is not paying attention because he's so happy with the black suit and everything that he doesn't care. So
being Spooder Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put dirt in your eye.
Yes, and this movie did give us the infamous "I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye."
What's wrong, little goblin? Gonna cry?
Yeah, that one too. I forgot about that one.
Oh, dude.
For all this movie's faults, it is very entertaining.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. Like I said, it bounces between genuinely good and so bad it's good, and it's like all that is still all entertaining. It's just really fucking uneven and inconsistent. Like, I mean, I would put this toward the bottom of Spider-Man movies, but like there's some cool ideas here. Like I said, they put a lot of work obviously in the Sandman to make him an empathetic figure, and it works decently well. They put a decent amount of work into Harry Osborn as well, so that I actually feel sad when he dies. Good work. Venom is... Listen, I do think this is probably the most comic book accurate version of Venom we've gotten on screen so far. The fact is, Venom is kind of a whiny little bitch. I know lots of people like to envy him, but like, especially back in the day, this is kind of who Venom was. You can argue it's not the best version to adapt for the movie, and I think there's an argument for that, but that's kind of who he is. I don't know what the fuck Tom Hardy's doing in those Venom movies. It's not Eddie Brock. It is funny, but it very much feels like he was tacked on because Sam Raimi was told to tack him on. Another element,
and we can't hold a lot against Topher because, he was just happy to be there.
Dude, like Topher pretty much he quit that 70s show to do this movie, and at the time, it was a move that I completely fucking understood. In retrospect, maybe not the best move, but I understood. Dude, you're doing Spider-Man 3 fresh off fucking Spider-Man 2. Yeah, commit to that movie.
You're going to commit to something that's already a huge franchise at the moment. Yeah. It's a smart move.
Yeah, and it didn't pan out, obviously, but it was a smart move looking at it back then. There we got some pictures of Sam. Yeah, it is such a mixed bag of a movie. And I can't say I don't find it entertaining too.
Well, it's kind of rough at some points because there's just like the bad, just terrible actions and decisions of the Venom being shoehorned in, and then like right at the end, that whole ending sequence and Eddie jumping back into the symbiote when it's about to be pumpkin bomb to hell. And then there's that great bit of exchange between Toby and Thomas Hayden Church where it's just like, amazing, like what he is doing and that both of them are giving on screen. And it's just like, even watching that, I was going, God damn, Thomas Hayden Church is a great actor. Like, why does he not get more work? Like,
I know. I think like I feel like I last time we saw him was Wake Up Dead Man. He was great in that too,
and we both
had a huge role. But it was
and
like,
we both
where's
were
he
just
been?
like we were just like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
I already know he's gonna turn into something amazing. And even Sandman was like a great character in this world in addition to it. And
Ashlene, you seem like you have thoughts.
There's many things in this movie. So many things. I will say, just some stuff that kind of drove me up the wall a little bit. And I talked
something
to you about
in this movie drives you up the wall. What?
Oh, really?
This flawless movie.
This is all kind of like personal nitpicks, really. But remember, we were talking about we see MJ performing on Broadway, right? So Broadway, that's huge occupancy, and you can see very clearly that she does not have a microphone. Now, I am certain that this is just like people that are familiar with film not really having seen a whole lot of live shows or not being very up close. They don't see the mics. I wouldn't get like too personally riled up about it. Obviously it stands out to me for very clear reasons, but like it's not too crazy. Pretty obvious miss, you know. Pretty easy to make probably. But anyway, we get to the point where she gets let off from her job because of this review, right? Yeah. Do you remember what they said in the review?
That her
couldn't
voice
hear
didn't carry
her
past the first couple rows. And it's like, wait a minute. So she wasn't actually. So like, I just assumed they just didn't film her mic'd for the movie because it's a fucking movie that you can do shit like that. But no, apparently she just wasn't mic'd and people couldn't hear her, and she got terrible reviews for that. It's like, oh my god, that's not her problem.
And then they recast her, and she still didn't have a mic.
Yeah, the problems will persist. Real quick, I wanted to address Batman fan here because he brought up one of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it for years. Though, Sideways. Yes, God. I have seen Sideways. Fantastic movie, in my opinion. I love that.
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah. But Thomas Hayden Church and Paul Giamatti are both fucking fire in that movie. Despite this being my least favorite of the Sam Raimi trilogy, this might be my favorite Bruce Campbell cameo. Him as the French waiter is solid fucking gold in my opinion.
Of course, I am French.
It is top tier, him just being the best stooge he can.
Oh god. I just love
just too damn funny.
I just love, he's doing the terribly fake French accent, and then they just take a moment for everything to pause him to go, I am French. It's like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
He is French.
True, apparently, yes. So yeah, like I would argue like this is probably my second least favorite Spider-Man movie. This is definitely better than Amazing Spider-Man 2 because there is positives to this movie, which it's been a while since I've seen Amazing Spider-Man 2. As I recall, there's not much in the way of positives in that movie. But yeah, it still has a lot of issues going on. There's obviously like you can watch this and find out, there's behind the scenes struggles. It's like, I can see that. I can clearly see that. Yeah. It's like, sure. Because I mean, there's clearly elements that are done with heart and thought, and then there's elements where it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Seriously.
Yeah.
We do get the birth of fucking Bully Maguire, which is so much fun. It's not good for the movie, but it is entertaining.
I respectfully disagree.
Oh, you think it's good for the movie?
I think it saves the movie.
Yeah.
An argument can
Honestly,
be
yeah.
made. It makes it more entertaining. It makes the bad stuff entertaining.
It saves the movie. Like him talking to his neighbor.
Oh,
you got some? Yeah, make me some cookies with nuts. And give me some milk.
hey. And this movie also has the biggest role of Dr. Connors, who's obviously being set up to become Venom at some point. But yeah, that sadly never happened.
You mean the Dr. Connors Venom?
No, Dr. Connors is Lizard. I'm sorry. Did I say Venom?
Yeah,
I
you
meant
did.
Lizard. I meant Lizard. Yes.
I was a little bit confused, but I believed you.
Yeah. They won't do Lizard until Amazing Spider-Man, which ended up being re-siphons. But yeah,
which was a siphon from the original plan, because I think the original plan was it was going to open up with Spidey walking Bruce Campbell dressed as Mysterio.
Yes,
that was
reading that. Yeah,
and I remember seeing the drawings boards of it in like the frame.
And it's one of those things where even though I was really disappointed with this movie when it came out, I was still down for Sam Raimi doing Spider-Man 4 after this.
I was too,
because I love Sam Raimi, and in my opinion, no filmmaker has a perfect fucking track record.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna hold it against him.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Spider-Man 3. Probably one of my least favorite Spider-Man movies, but we'll kind of talk about Spider-Man movies a bit more later. But not the worst. It's got moments. Anything else you guys want to add?
Not really.
No. Okay, so we're on to the brand new ones. Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Objectively, the best Spider-Man movie ever. No one here will counter argue that. no, I'm not even gonna argue that.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
But I mean, to set this up, because people may not have seen it, and we might get into spoilers. I won't get into spoilers at my beginning description, but this is kind of it's been 4 years since the world has forgotten who Peter Parker is. And we see Spider-Man just doing his Spider-Man thing, except nobody knows who he is, and he's been doing it by himself. Kind of cyber stalking Ned and MJ the whole time, but like he's just been doing the Spider-Man thing. He's kind of made alliances with the cops, and New York kind of likes him, but he is just living by himself as Spider-Man. And suddenly his powers start going into overdrive, and he starts developing natural web shooters and sleeping in web cocoons over the city streets. That's kind of the setup for the movie. I overall enjoyed this. We'll get into more rankings later, but I want to call it one of the. I'd put it kind of on par with Spider-Man No Way Home in that category, which means one of the better MCU Spider-Man movies, but not one of my favorites overall. But what do you guys think?
So I have my notes, which I'm certain you told me. So I feel like I tend to be I was saying this earlier, but I didn't say this on stream. I feel like I tend to be kind of a bland reviewer because I just forget everything all the time. So what I did was when we were leaving the theater, which I watched it today, and I have throughout the day written down my thoughts.
I guess before you get into that, okay. I'll go ahead and throw some. Well, Bobby, go ahead and give us your broad thought.
Overall, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like a perfect Spider-Man movie.
No,
by far. I mean, it's not the worst Spider-Man movie by far either. This is a really great Spider-Man movie, actually. I just feel there's some things that it could do without, and it wouldn't hurt the movie at all.
Okay. I have 3 complaints about this movie that I thought were fairly noteworthy, and I will do them in order, less severe to most severe.
Okay.
Least severe. So, and this we'll be getting into some spoilers here. For a percentage of this movie, the villain that Spider-Man is dealing with is Jean Grey. Now, eventually, it's eventually revealed that like she's not the main villain. There's a bigger villain, obviously, in the background, and she's not actually really even a bad guy. issue with that is she does this thing where she takes over people's minds and bounces between people's minds.
Yeah.
A big issue I have with her just being forgiven is one of the people's minds she takes over, she has him walk to the street and get hit by a fucking car.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, is that Jean Grey? Because if that's Jean Grey, that's pretty fucked up, okay? That's not superhero shit at all. And that's never really brought up again. And it's like, that's really fucked up. Second complaint, this one's a bit more severe. It's actually on the screen right now. We have Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. I like Mark Ruffalo, and I love his version of the Hulk. In fact, I think he is my... it's really between him and Bill Bixby for my favorite version of Banner, since Bill Bixby was actually David Banner. But yeah, Banner. But he felt kind of tacked on, and honestly, they could have used a more Spider-Man appropriate character to fill that role. And I feel like that was kind of just because it's an MCU thing, and I kind of wish they had done more to require Hulk to be there than what they did. Third complaint, the evolution of his powers is my biggest complaint. The evolution of his powers feels kind of really undercooked. Like it's introduced, but they don't really explore it much more than natural web shooters. And that's about it. Those would be my three biggest complaints about this. Overall, I thought this was a solid movie, though. I thought this was pretty damn good. Anything you want to add, Bobby, or should we let Ashlene go into
it? One of the things I felt kind of hurt this movie was that they did show him fighting a lot of villains. A lot of them. And I mean, it cool. It helped with the story and all that. But I kind of felt a lot of it was really unnecessary padding.
Yeah, there's that element too.
So I don't think it really hurt so much. And okay, yeah, to what you said about Jean Grey and how she had put up how she made that person go in the street and everything. I think when I don't know, I didn't even think about that until you actually mentioned it, but like I guess knowing that she was on that vendetta and everything, I kind of get to the point where she's just trying to keep Spider-Man busy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's still kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I do feel like there should be some consequence for that.
Well, I understand that, but let's not also think what the character later is capable of doing.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
So I think
okay. And I also kind of want to briefly add, as much as I kind of have issues with the Hulk not really being necessary here, I kind of loved what they did with Punisher in this. He fit extremely well in there, and I love John Bernthal as the Punisher in general.
I also kind of think that's the most like one of the more accurate Hulks we've seen on the screen in a long time. So I kind of really like seeing that.
I don't know. It's kind of tough to judge because I feel like all the Hulks we've seen on screen have been accurate to different points of the comic book.
But like this mega Hulk, like this fucking
true.
It's been a while since we've seen this Hulk, and
I just kind of wish I just wish they'd done something specific to make it like why we needed Hulk for this. Why we need
the inhibitor, the thing.
To a degree, they could do that for anybody though.
Like who?
Well, if they were looking for a science type thing, they could bring in Dr. Connors, they could do all types of elements.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's bad
for
Hulk. I'm just saying if we're going to introduce Hulk, let's seriously do something with Hulk. I felt like he was just kind of he's at the beginning with the inhibitor. Shout out actually the inhibitor is an element I wanted to bring up because I thought the inhibitor was a cool idea to introduce early on. Because while this is
because of
Jean Grey
and the mutants and and even how like Bruce and him were talking, it's like if you're talking about doing to a whole group of people, then we're talking about something else entirely.
I did pick up on that, and it's like okay, so this is not only in my opinion, a really solid Spider-Man movie, but it's doing a good job of laying groundwork for mutants because that inhibitor is going to come into play when they start inhibiting mutants.
Which is kind of more of why I felt Hulk was appropriate for this, to initiate into that. Out of everyone we have in the MCU now, then yes, he is the most in that regard.
Regulated,
I don't necessarily consider the Hulk a mutant.
No, he's not. But
but there are like those ones that like how I guess they can't really. He is an enhanced human, which is what they've been getting away with saying without saying the word mutant for years now. So that's what Scarlet Witch was.
But Ashlene, are you ready?
Okay, sure.
We will unleash you.
I'm like over here, like
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Dogs off the leash. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I will say, just before I start, little disclaimer. I do like Spider-Man, and I was actually very down with the premise of this movie for the most part. I'm just kind of disappointed. And also, I do compliment the movie in this. So it's not like completely negative.
Ooh.
And also,
she's gonna roast the shit out of this movie.
Oh, she is. Absolutely.
And also, it's kind of unorganized because it was just my thoughts based on.
Jeez, Ashley, I can't believe you hated every single element of this movie.
Can't do anything anymore. I can't review a movie on the movie reviewing channel.
We don't believe in nuance. We don't.
Okay. So I'm just gonna read it out, and if I misrepresent anything, which I might because my brain doesn't always work awesome, sorry. Please tell me. Okay. Poses interesting philosophical questions about the morality of suppressing his DNA, doesn't answer them besides the generic I am who I am thing, which doesn't work when the DNA he's suppressing is actively overloading his brain and seemingly causing him physical pain. Should we get rid of ibuprofen? My migraines are a part of me. First time I have liked Zendaya in anything. Shout out to Zendaya. I get it now. Bit of an aside. Can we all agree that inhabiting someone else's body against their will is inherently violating? Lots of the fighting choreo reminded me of the Insomniac games, which was honestly pretty cool. There are moments when Peter suddenly gets a much stronger New York accent. Not really blaming Tom Holland for this. I'm just shocked no one thought they should re-record that. Good chemistry between Tom Holland and John Burfall, as well as between Holland and Zendaya. Obviously. LOL.
Yeah.
Pretty unremarkable visual/cinematography. Why are so many movies about people with valid concerns/complaints against the government/people in power always feature a plot point where they go too far? Not saying we can't have stories about this. I'm not the story police. However, this setup almost always seems to end up putting more blame on the individual/group than the people in power that need to get their shit together. IMO, this is at best chronically unhelpful and at worst a blatant attempt to demonize positive change, and I'm really not feeling it right now. Also, the MCU has done this exact setup 1,000 times. Please get new ideas. I beg. Spider-Man does Spider-Man stuff. Yippee! Extremely generic dialogue, to be honest. I can't think of any good examples. Please believe me. Prayer hands emoji. The Jean Grey stuff wasn't very well built up, in my opinion. The VMAX... Oh, wait.
What?
I realize I'm getting into kind of spoilery territory.
I already kind of did spoiler.
Oh, okay.
Because I kind of went to spoilery territory. Yeah, dive in.
Oh, okay. The VMAX reveal felt kind of undeserved, to be honest. I don't believe that Jean Grey, who has been chasing down her sister for the whole film, would immediately come to the conclusion that she's dead as soon as she finds what she was sent to. And I'm a little bit uncertain about this next point on here, because I'm not entirely certain if I just misheard what they said. If I didn't, I think it's wild and I should say something about it. But also it feels like something where it would be kind of so out of nowhere that it probably wasn't in the movie and I might have made it up. So take this with an extreme grain of salt. Don't they mention that she's behind bank robberies at some point? Why would she be robbing random banks? For her sister's honor? You can't just say shit, crying emoji. Yeah, I'm uncertain.
I don't remember.
I
know they're
remember them
dealt
saying
bank
something at the
robberies, but I don't
beginning.
recall something.
I think it was just other
from the record.
Yeah, I feel like it was just other people robbing banks. Because
Yeah.
they didn't really show any of the real robberies, just other than just generic like bad guys.
Okay. That's fair. I was kind of iffy about that when I was writing it.
Let's pause, because I have a question for you guys. Who did you see as the main villain of this movie?
I think
the government agency.
I think the government agency is like
Without-
objectively worse, but I think the way that the story is set up, it ultimately has to be Jean Grey that he has to go against, even though he disagrees with the government agency.
You see, I definitely saw Damage Control as the main villain.
Yeah, I was a little suspicious when he went in. Well,
oh god, I was suspicious of them.
Well,
instantly.
as you should be. When he first went into the office, and they're like, "Oh no, you need to unmask." And I went, "The fuck are are you doing there, Spidey? Like,
Yeah.
first of all, why are you walking in the lobby?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you could walk in and you could just come in through like his window.
That would require being smooth, and Spider-Man is not always smooth.
Now, to the chemistry between Holland and Barenthal, I did you know that the audition tape that he sent in was recorded by John?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That is.
They had known. I guess they've known each other and worked together for a while, and
you can tell.
Yeah, their camaraderie is very real.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they both ended up working together on Odyssey as well.
I was feeling it in that scene too. I was feeling like, man, it feels like he just wants to put his arm around him this whole time.
No, for such an R-rated character, and especially how they've treated him on his own projects, very R-rated version of the Punisher. I thought they handled it very well, and he feels like the same character that we got in One Last Kill, which is a much harder R-rated where this is just your standard PG-13. They think of clever ways where he's obviously going to curse, but he can't quite, and stuff like that. They handle him quite well here.
Yeah.
I do like seeing Spider-Man working with a bit more of the street level heroes that I was concerned when they started doing Netflix stuff that they won't really interact with the movie characters. I'm happy to see. It took them a while, but they're doing it.
Also, we need to talk about Yolanda's cameo in this.
Yelena.
Oh,
Yelena. Oh, yes. I mean, I love Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Yelena. I love her character. She is definitely quirky, but yeah, I think
you did hear her offer him a spot on the Avengers, or on their Avengers team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, of course they could probably use a bigger name hero.
I think that's also like they're trying to like set up like Doomsday as well. We're saying like, hey, there's that connection, so she's probably going to be the one to reach out to him.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm just trying to read this comment. Is it something like Captain America Brand New World's villain problem, Bob? Because the leader was held in Ross's possession for years and not the general population. I don't know. Like the leader, I would definitely say was the main villain of Ooh, God, you got me.
Brave New World.
It's Brave New World, not Brand New World. But the leader is definitely the main villain in that. Whereas, here it's definitely, in my opinion, damage control. It's definitely the government agency.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by the villain problem per se. But I will say Brand New Day is much better than Brave New World, in my opinion, which it was entertaining enough. I haven't rewatched it, and it was underwhelming, and definitely my least favorite Captain America movie, which is unfortunate because I do like Sam Wilson. But yeah. I think that was kind of. I think you have more notes, Ashlene.
I do have more notes,
Yes.
actually. We're like almost at the end, though. I'm gonna switch around the order because I think it'll flow better. I liked when he was in a cocoon.
Yeah.
And this is kind of an aside, but I feel like it kind of relates to the film and why I feel like I tend to struggle to relate to these films. MCU rant, close your ears. So many of these films seem to be dependent on the audience already having put an intensive amount of time into engaging with the story, reading piles of comics, and watching hours and hours of movies, MCU and non-MCU alike. As someone that has not done all of that, so many of these movies feel so incredibly shallow to me because they seem to not put much effort into developing their stories because the audience... I'm trying to figure out where my hands are. Already knows, or at least are not pretentious snobs like me. Example, in order to get... the seemingly intended viewing experience in No Way Home, you have to have watched roughly 12 hours rounded up of non-MCU films. That is half a day of watching films that aren't even a part of the same franchise. So, Resolution, I'm Evil, and yeah.
More Sam Lund shit. More More standalone shit.
I do think if it was more standalone, that would be nice because it's like hours and hours and hours of stuff at this point. It's kind of like impossible.
I mean, I've seen all this shit just from years and years, so I know it all. But I do wonder sometimes stepping into like something kind of blind, because I think an argument can be made that Brand New Day, which we're talking about right now, is kind of like a soft reboot of the Spider-Man franchise, where it's like all the other stuff still very much plays into it, but we're starting a new trilogy, I assume, with Spider-Man movies.
And I will say I did appreciate that about this film.
So I like, if you're walking in kind of blind, this isn't a terrible starting point. But it obviously also has lots of links to previous entries because,
Point is also, as well, I feel like in general, a lot of the times I will go and see an MCU film with you, and you seem to have sort of gleaned a level of depth from it that I like can't not even possibly envision. And I wonder sometimes if it's because you're more familiar with the source material than I am.
I don't know which are you thinking of a specific movie?
Kind of like in general. I remember we had like this conversation, I want to say it was after like Quantum Mania or something. You were like pretty intrigued by like the villain in that one, if I remember correctly, and I thought that he was so bland.
Well, it worked out because the actor was a creep, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought the villain had potential in that. Quantum Mania is not an amazing movie in my opinion, though, but Okay.
I know, I'm just that's the example I could think of on top of my
respectfully disagree.
I know Bobby's never been a fan of Jonathan Majors, and even though I think he's a more talented actor than Bobby does, I do think he's a creep, and I'm happy to be rid of him. I'm happy. So yeah,
all I got to say is, you hear that phone ringing? Because I called it. Off topic, I read this today and I thought I should tell you, Bob. Beat announced another leg of the U.S. tour later this fall.
I did see that, yes.
They are coming to not only Cincinnati, they're coming back to the Taft, but
that.
They're also coming to Columbus too.
Ooh, that was a fantastic show, by the way.
That was a really great show. But Danny Carey isn't going to be playing with them.
Oh, it's not Danny Carey anymore?
No,
I didn't know that. Who is it going to be this time?
Terry Biazzo.
I am not familiar. No.
He played drums with Frank Zappa.
Okay, so he's probably decent. So, is there anything we want to add about Brand New Day? Or
did you guys stay for the credit scenes?
Yes. Well, I mean, there was only the one credit scene.
The one posted, So it really makes me obviously gets an off-world. I think they're setting up Secret Wars.
Tom Holland has been like one of the names that they haven't mentioned in the Doomsday cast, but it's like he's obviously going to be involved in. If he's not in Doomsday, he'll be in Secret Wars for sure. And who knows? Maybe they'll even be like kind of fucking give him the black suit there.
I hope.
I can see them doing that.
I really hope so.
But
I have also heard Andrew Garfield being coy as fuck about it too. Like, oh really? That's cool.
I feel like, especially after No Way Home, I've heard rumors about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, and it's like, you know what? If they pop up, I'll be happy. But I'm happy with Tom Holland as well. But the more the merrier. So I mean, speaking of Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. We've had what did that count be? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
What are our thoughts on them in general?
I will say I have a bit of a soft spot for the Maguire ones because that was kind of what I was raised on.
Yeah. That's so weird because those came out when I was a young adult. So I think of when they came out to the theater. I was like, oh, I was so excited. But now my kids are getting raised on them. It's like, oh wow, it's so wild. I think of those like I think about Star Wars. It's so weird. But yeah. For me, I would argue my favorite Spider-Man movies. In fact, I would say these are my top 4. It's Spider-Man 2, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and then Sam Raimi's original Spider-Man. And then probably after that, I'd probably start ranking the MCU movies. So it'd probably be like Brand New Day and No Way Home, not long after that. And then probably Homecoming and Far From Home. I feel like a big issue I have with Homecoming and Far From Home, especially looking at them, is that like, yeah, I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I like the interpretation of the character. I definitely like how Homecoming has like this like high school 80s vibe, which I dig. Yeah. And I love Michael Keaton as the villain, which is why I put above Far From Home. But like both those movies deal with essentially Spider-Man dealing with the shit that Tony Stark left.
Yeah, that's kind of the...
Yeah.
I'm not super into that either.
Mm-hmm. And I like how No Way Home and Brave New World, God damn it, Brand New Day are dealing more with just Spider-Man shit, which I like quite a bit more.
Yeah.
I will say, I definitely do think that the Spider-Verse films are probably my favorite among because they're just so... I mean, nice.
I put them way up there. So yeah, they're in my 2 and 3 spot. So yeah,
just like really good animation. I feel like they do a really good job of sort of like showing the Spider-Man story in like a recognizable way while still having it be like distinctive and stuff like that. They're quite good. Very nice.
I mean, if Beyond the Spider-Verse is as good as the other two, I think an argument can be made that's the best Spider-Man film franchise we've gotten. Even though as much as I love the first 2 Raimi ones, the third one was the third one. Yeah. And I think we can all agree the worst one was Amazing Spider-Man. And that is not to disrespect Andrew Garfield, but that franchise started kind of meh and then went to crapper quite quickly.
Yeah. I will say those are the ones that I think I've seen the least. I wonder why. I will say
they're not good.
I will say I do think I remember though. Which film is the one where we have Dr. Connors? Is that the first?
That's the first Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah.
I think I remember, and I might not. This might be like a false memory, but I think I remember going to see that in theaters.
You did, because I remember. I thought it was hilarious that we left the theater. You're like, oh, I thought that was all right, but I really think making yourself into a lizard to regrow your lost arm is a bad idea.
Wait, was that the premise?
Yes, that was kind of. I mean, that's kind of what he's doing, and you said that, and it's like, well, yeah. Bobby, what are your thoughts?
I would probably have to say, number 1 would probably be Spider-Man 2 from Raimi. 4 and 5 are definitely the Spider-Verse films because they are just so unique and just so awesome. And number 3, I would have to say yeah, I'm not sure. That's tough. Because like there's some things about the Garfield movies I like, and there's some that I'm really too keen on.
You know, this is something I don't know if all the Tom Holland movies have done this, but I noticed it distinctly in this one. And I did appreciate it. When he takes off his mask, his hair's a wreck.
Yeah,
which is what it should be. Like, and I think like Tobey Maguire, his hair was usually nicely combed when he took off the mask, and it was unbelievable. But I could roll with it. Andrew Garfield was the worst, where he has this like this fucking hair that Peter Parker would never have, and anytime he took off his mask, his hair would always look fucking perfect. And it's like, no, I don't believe that for a second. But yeah. Bobby, I did interrupt you.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's aspects of the Garfield ones that I really enjoy and like, but there's also stuff a lot more that I feel are really hurt them and make them weak.
For the most part, I think the casting, even though like their characters kind of suck, the casting I think is solid in the Andrew Garfield ones. I think Andrew Garfield could have been a really good Peter Parker Spider-Man. They didn't write him for that, but like he could have been good. Fucking Rhys Ifans as Lizard, that's great.
That's great casting.
Jamie Foxx as Electro, sure, why not? He's a great actor. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, absolutely, fucking great. Yeah, there's some good casting here. I think even Martin Sheen, who has the unenviable task of following up Cliff Robertson, does all right as Uncle Ben. But yeah, overall the franchise was not great though. Let's see. Spider-Man to Other Heroes. Oh, okay, it's about the mask thing. But okay, Chris is saying he really likes the first Amazing Spider-Man, and then the second one's and while I'm messy, like the second one. Yeah, I will definitely. Here's the thing I would actually say. When it comes to all these Spider-Man movies we're talking about, in my opinion, there's only two that I would classify as bad. I think we've eaten decently well in Spider-Man theatrical releases, if we're not counting the Venomverse and that crap. And it's Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2. And between those two, I definitely will take Spider-Man 3 over Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, yeah, we can talk a bit about the Venomverse, and I'll just say the Venomverse sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is bad. I've seen them all. They're terrible. If I had to rewatch one, maybe the first Venom or maybe the second one. The second one, listen, I appreciate the second one doing the romantic comedy angle between Eddie and the fucking symbiote, which is hilarious.
If I had to rewatch one, that's probably the one that I'd rewatch.
But yeah, they're all bad. And Woody Harrelson in a terrible wig, fuck sure, why not?
I mean, I've seen Woody in some bad movies, but that was just
yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Although, God, I think the third one's probably my least favorite of the Venom ones. Although I might take the Venom ones before all the spinoffs, because like Craven was bad, Madam Web was bad, and Morbius. Fuck Morbius. Oh my
Morbius
God.
was just terrible.
Oh God. Any Morb all over the screen anymore. But yes. If we're counting those ones, and then there's a whole bunch of bad Spider-Man movies and pretty much all the Venomverse ones. I mean, I'm trying to think. I definitely like Spider-Man 3 more than any of the Venomverse stuff. I might like Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than the Venomverse stuff as well, although that one might be a bit more mixed.
That has Paul Giamatti in it, though.
Oh God! Yes, they do waste Paul Giamatti in that movie. Oh my God!
Yeah, they drag him into that.
It's so sad. He is such a good actor, and I was excited. I was like, okay, he's playing Rhino. I wouldn't have cast him as Rhino, but okay, let's see what happens. And oh my God,
I actually would have cast him as Dr. Octavius, but
yeah, he would have been that one would have been more what I'd lean for. But it's like, it's Paul Giamatti. I'm not going to object to having him in there. And honestly, one of the things I do like that No Way Home kind of does is essentially bring back all those old villains and essentially establish that the MCU doesn't have to redo all these old villains. They're already done really well. Because I did like No Way Home, just bring back the old villains played by the same actors. And it moved past that point. So now Spider-Man can just do unique stuff in the MCU, which is cool. Like, I mean, we got a live action Scorpion now, which is kind of cool to bring him in.
Though he really wasn't in that movie that much, but
yeah, no, he was definitely kind of the background villain.
This movie did a great job of lying in its advertising.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't want to walk in and know everything going on in the movie, so I don't know.
No, and I respected it. And I respected it. Yeah.
But
well, so we get to round out a poll this week.
Ooh, yes, we got a poll.
Because next week we do a Sam Neill pick, and so that means that we have to officially close this poll for it. So if you haven't voted in it, well, the time is too late now. But for the Sam Neill tribute, we decided to pick 3 different movies that we felt would work great as tributes to him. The Mouth of Madness, The Hunt for Red October, and Event Horizon. The Hunt for Red October got a surprisingly 0% of the vote.
Which is sad.
Surprising. The Mouth of Madness got 40% of the vote, which making the winner Event Horizon 60% of the vote. So we are going to be covering that next week.
And we also
as House of the Dragon episodes 5 through 8 and Best Defense.
Yes, which is the next movie in the Eddie Murphy verse.
The Murph verse.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of it. I was just like, what the fuck movie is this? And I looked up, I was like, oh shit, it's an Eddie. I don't know if he's the star. I don't know. I'm going to do research into it. But
so it looks like we haven't had much movement on the unlikable person polls either.
Guys, go vote in the podcast.
Part one. Yeah, part one still is a dead tie between Henry, Jesse, and William. I mean, I get it. They're all three very unlikable people. And Christopher McDonald is clearly the front runner for part two.
I mean, I can get that. Christopher McDonald plays a douchebag so often.
My favorite line of him being a scumbag is, "I didn't sell out, son. I bought in."
Yeah. But yes, so next week we got House of the Dragon wrapping up season 3. We're going to cover Event Horizon, R.I.P. Sam Neill. I haven't seen Event Horizon in a while.
Yeah, so it's been a while for me too.
That's a dark fucking movie. Have I shown you Event Horizon?
I don't know.
Ooh,
I've seen a lot of movies, but I don't know if I've seen that one.
The one where they come across a long lost spaceship, and it turns out the spaceship went to hell. Yeah. That's the movie. That's the movie. And then Best Defense will look into. I have no idea about that one, but apparently it's a movie with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, it's what, Dudley Moore and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah,
okay.
I was like, okay.
That sounds like it should be okay.
In theory, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Bobby Quarters. No, you're Ashlene. You're not Bobby Quarters. Bobby Quarters is
Bobby Quarters.
Here.
Yes.
Here. Make sure to like and subscribe to his channel. Give it some love. Organized Chaos Podcast, of course, and of course, Organized Chaos. If Ashlene ever gets a channel, though, you gotta give some up to that as well.
Listen to the song that I have on streaming services.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you want to shout out those songs?
I only have one song on streaming service.
Ooh.
Listen to Pill Bottles and Polaroids by Free AM Confessions. I sing on it. It's me. Yippee.
That's very cool. Anything you guys want to add?
Nah.
Guys, party on. Be excellent to each other.
Take care.